knife in her fucking little fanny pack.
Ooh.
And you had me out there in fucking flip flops in Atlanta playing with me. So you set me up to come down there and be nice to her and pull this bitch to the side and have a fucking conversation with her when I should have knocked her fucking block off then. But you let me
She
go
had a
out there
gun?
blind like that. And you let this lady come out with all of these gadgets, gizmos, and chuckles and buckles and weapons.
Wow.
So now what you're basically doing is you're letting her know how much you really give a fuck about her because you're bringing this lady into my territory where I run shit at. I'm in charge of the girls up here, and I don't give a fuck. She can't cross that line, and you know she can't cross that line, Harold, because now you might not even be able to cross this line if you bring her.
Mm.
So now you playing around with her.
Right.
So if you bring her up here and she get her ass whipped, which she is, if I see her, if she enter New York, if she touched down in my town, she's gonna get this. So now she's gonna feel the same way I felt. Harold, why would you bring me here and you want me to walk, knowing that Alexis don't like me, knowing that she got daughters and sisters and brothers and butch queens and trade. So you bringing them, you asking me to walk this ball. So you basically, you see what I'm saying?
No,
Do
I
you
get it.
understand
Because
how
this
this is the pattern?
No, but I definitely understand. One thing that I find really odd is that, it's like me telling Tay, which is underneath you secret. I'm telling secret, come to this party. I'm inviting you to this party, but do not come here on
Fuck
no.
you, Queen Sleeves, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna check me. Nobody is checking me.
For
Do you
Sexy
understand that
Lexus
I
to
have
even pay
daughters,
it.
sisters,
For
and
you to even pay it.
listen? Do you understand? She cannot come up here. I made myself too fucking crystal clear before. She cannot come up. Bring her up here. I dare y'all. At
And for
this
you to
point,
even
I'm getting
pay
off
it,
here because I'm hyped. I dare y'all to bring that bitch up here.
So,
Matter of fact,
Lexi, my
I
question.
double dare any of y'all faggots to bring that lady the fuck up here. That's it.
Okay, so my question, Lexi. Oh,
for Lexi to even like try to be a motherly figure to her and actually put her stuff to the side and say, okay, here we can have a conversation. No shade. I respect her for that because Philly bitches don't give second chances. Every Philly bitch I know do they big one instantly.
and my whole thing, my only question was, if I'm telling you, I asked you to come to a party, and I'm like, Tay, don't come to my party trying to be on no rah rah shit, because I such and such is gonna be here, and I tell you, and you like, well, if well, I'm on whatever she on, and so I say, well, I already talked to her, she not on that, and then you come to my party thinking everything is peachy king with your offenses down, with your defense down, just kind of like, I'm just at the party, and this bitch comes in her jogging suit, hair slicked back, got on her motherfucking brass knuckles, got a knife in her bag, got like all of that. Like, to me, that is kind of sketchy, because it's like, girl, why the fuck would you not tell me to at least come and be prepared? Because it's like you set me up to get my ass whooped or something. Like, that's how I would think. I would be like, did you, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was kind of, I do hear what she's saying, because it's like she came to Atlanta and she don't even live here, and Cherry had a whole knife and gun. You know what I'm saying? So she like, girl, was you trying to set me up, Harold? Like, you supposed to be my gay father? You supposed to be the overall father house of Balenciaga? Like, what is this about? So I get where she's coming from. I get where she's coming
Do you
from.
feel like so? Do you feel like Harold? Is it safe for Harold? Do you have any advice for Harold or Cherry?
The only advice that I would have for Harold and Cherry is, number one, um, I personally would not go to a place where, and I don't give a fuck if it's me and Ira and 5 or 6 of my girls, but I'm not coming to no place where a bitch, and I don't live there, and a bitch that lives there and has 30, 40, 100 access to the city, knows what goes where, who's what's what, and has been, like, I'm not going there to bang. I'm not going there. And if I know that this bitch want to bang, she's just gonna have to catch me. I'm gonna see her out in the streets, but I'm not gonna go like a sitting duck. It's almost like she's a sitting duck going to something like that. Cause bitches will be sitting outside waiting for her to come out. Bitches will be sitting outside waiting for her to walk in. Bitches will be sitting outside her hotel room. Like, I just would not do it. Yeah, I personally, that's my only thing. I wouldn't, if I was Sherry, I wouldn't go.
You know my advice to Cherry? I have different advice. I think Cherry should go get her ass whooped this time. You talk all that shit to the Butch Queens. You tap my screen. Now it's time for somebody to tap yours. I feel like it's very much time. Everybody is beneath you, so we want to see you underneath motherfucking sexy Lexi when she's stumping your ass the fuck out. It is time. It been time. And it's time for you to lip sync for your life, bitch. And hopefully you get your page back because we know you need Bigo. And guess what? You farting and pooting just like Milan on that panel yesterday, girl.
That
It's
was
just the
definitely
bitches
you.
are all. It's all over the place with her.
I'm really gagging. Like, Goody, thank you for the gifts. This is not. That is. Oh, Harold actually. Um, Harold
Text
act.
you.
Harold actually is watching the live. I'm assuming. I don't know if he's watching the live, but he actually just texted me and said that is not what happened. I love you too, Bubblegum.
Oh,
Um,
well, let's hear from the legendary, the iconic Harold
I
Balenciaga.
called him. I'll call him back. Harold, would you like to tell us what happened? Because
We love Harold.
like I love you. You my brother. So I mean, she basically said you kind of set her up. And I don't know if that's true. Doesn't sound like something. You don't really get involved in that type of like drama and fights, but I do find it weird that Cherry pooched out with knives and guns, and motherfucking Lexi coming there being motherly, mother Teresa, and was about to get her shit split. Via your advice. So I would definitely appreciate if you pooched up here, Harold. Um, okay, let me call him.
Yep, Harold. Harold, we have a little few gifts for you for your side of the story. Nothing is free. And I also feel like she should leave the house because she just costing them too much.
Who you think Cherry should be kicked out?
Yeah, because she causing them too much.
Hey, Harold. Hey.
What's up?
So, I had Lexi over here on my panel, and she basically was saying that her and one of your members got into a little spat over the phone, and they got into it, and she kind of told you she wanted to check her, as and you told her no, don't do that. You're the mother. Come down here.
Milan,
Yeah. Yes.
Why are you on Beagle calling me?
Well, it's a big old topic.
Milan, we do not. This is not what we do. I don't even know why you're playing with me like this. You sitting there. I mean, you sitting there with Tay. Like, when did you and Tay even start talking?
So, do you want? I can call you off of Bigo and talk about it because you do got a point. So you're right. I will.
So, let me just ask you this.
Okay.
So, are you just looking for something to keep your hours going, or are you genuinely concerned about Lexi or Cherry or whomever?
Well, I genuinely.
What's your interest in this?
So I genuinely love Lexi, and and everybody knows, even though Cherry be reading me, I actually like Cherry. So I really genuinely do want to kind of like.
Okay, so let me be clear. You love one person, you like the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. I love fucking Lexi. I've been knowing her for damn near 15 years, and I like Cherry. So I think both of them shouldn't be in any type of altercations. And I also love you. And it sounds like Lexi feels like you kind of disabled her from defending herself in a sense. And I was just trying to get to the bottom line, honestly.
Well, Milan, you've known me longer than all of them and everybody else that's been watching your live right now. Mm-hmm. And first and foremost, what you heard there is not how I operate. There's no way in the world that I'm going to. First of all, I'm not going to even let two people I don't like, kind of go at one another. So I'm damn sure not going to let two individuals who are prolific individuals in an institution that I create to put one another in harm in any kind of way. Mm-hmm. So the fact of the matter that, this is being gassed to like make it seem as if, Lexi was allowed to walk blindly somewhere where someone had a knife, a gun, and all of this other bullshit is completely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, before I called you, I don't know if you saw, but I definitely said that don't sound like Harold. I don't think that didn't sound like her. I definitely said that. So I don't know if you missed that part. But that don't sound like something you would do. You don't even like violence or get into that. But I do want to say,
hold on. I don't like talking over because I don't like because I can't see what's going on Bigo with me being on this phone. Give me a minute. I'll be there to your platform.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So Harold's gonna pooch on over, and we're gonna get Harold up here. Let's be clear. Y'all know this.
Why he asked you why me and you start talking?
He's basically saying, "Girl, everybody knows what you gave Tay, so it's not like
Everybody know what me and you give. Don't keep saying what I gave, bitch. We both get into it every 2 weeks, but we
and
good
we're
now.
not
We
doing
not
that no
doing it no
more.
more, so.
We're not doing that no
Mm-hmm.
more." Okay, thank you. Period.
Right.
Okay, so that was basically it. I think it was an honest question. I don't think it was
And you
him
should have
getting
told him
messy
that
or
on that
anything.
phone.
Huh?
You should have told him that when he asked you that.
Well, he's coming over here, so he'll be over here in
You
a
should
few
have been
seconds.
like, I'm Tay's daughter. I be disrespecting my
No, no,
mom every
no.
now and then.
I would never had said I was Tay's daughter, bitch. If anything, Tay's my daughter. Let's be very clear, Miss Mamas. I don't know what the fuck, like, girl, she nuts. Um, but yeah. I definitely want to say it's no shade. Like I keep telling y'all, even though every single time Cherry gets the opportunity to read me and say I did something, she goes on her live and she reads. I genuinely still like her. I think she's funny. I think she's I think she's a key. I think she's talented. I also think she's a beautiful girl. I also love Lexi. Lexi's dark skin, chocolate, beautiful. She vogues. She got
Yeah,
body.
she from Philly. She from
She
the
from like
215.
Lexi. If I was a femme queen, I would give off Lexi. Like that's the type of bitch that I would be, because that's just like I like Lexi. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she my complexion. She dark skin like me, and I think I would just give out like she got body. She vogues down, bitch. She don't take no shit. Like I love Lexi, but bitch, before he get over here, did y'all see the video when the trans woman walked up to her boyfriend and said, "Boop." Boop, she knocked him, and he was like, bam. And then the motherfucking boyfriend was like, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boop, boop, boop. But at first, the trans
He
girl, she
live
had
now. Tell him to come
ID.
over here. What's his big ol' ID? Let's get him on the horn.
Who, the boy?
Yeah, what's his big ol' ID, y'all? He live.
Oh, I don't know him. I don't know his thing. Smacker. Smacker. Y'all can see my chunga pooga
It's
pooga.
Smacker. Everybody go tell him to come to Milan live right now. We got a dragon.
Okay. Oops, I gotta fix it. Okay. So yeah, so he was like, boom, 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 boom.
Smacker famous, Smacker famous, Smacker famous, or whatever. Smacker.
So he was giving them the 6 piece, but for real, the girl, that first punch,
Bitch,
she
she did.
rocked him. No shade. She said, "Didn't I tell you don't touch my doop?" Like boop. But then they was banging. It's no shade. But y'all gotta stop hitting people, y'all. Y'all gotta stop. Like I know she probably thought like he was skinny. She was like a bigger girl. Cause she had her shit tied up. She says, "You better not touch my shoe. You better not touch shit in my closet." And she just rocked him. And it was like, girl, why would you rock him like that? Like, bitch, like, she got, cause he
I
got
cannot wait to hear. And you want to know something? Back to the Sexy Lexi situation. I know that she just lost her mom, and I definitely want to say I'm sorry for her loss because that is a feeling that I don't know how it feels. So she's dealing with so much right now, and I just pray for her that she gets better. I wanted her
absolutely.
address. I was gonna send her some edible arrangements.
Lexi's still in here, so she hears you.
No, she
So
not. She left.
uh, it say Alexis Morgan right here.
Okay, can you text me your address so I can send you some beautiful flowers and some
Ain't
butter?
Alexis Morgan her?
Yeah.
All right, Harold's here. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hi,
so all right,
Harold.
so, what's
Hey.
going what's up, Tay?
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, let me say this. Okay, listen, Alexis is, I can understand her feeling, um, her way.
in regard to this whole situation. A lot has transpired. Okay, a lot has transpired. In this situation. First of all, this was and this situation started out as a very situation between two individuals that, in my opinion, this is in my opinion, that two people misunderstood one another at the time when it first happened.
Mm-hmm.
When they got back on the phone, both of them can be firecrackers. So, Cherry said something, Alexi said something, whatever the case. Okay, not even getting into that, we have two individuals that were mad at each other that live in completely opposite, different directions from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when it came down to it, it was like I knew that they were both going to be in Atlanta for the main ball. This happened at the beginning of August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I got to Atlanta, I spoke to Cherry face to face. I had talked to her on
The
the
ball main
phone.
ball was
I
Labor
had
Day
talked.
weekend, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. This first first of all, let me tell y'all something in the comments. Y'all might as well take your time. Nobody is going to be pushing me along and telling me to get to this, get to that, whatever. You don't like it, scram. You sitting here on Bigo with nothing else to do. What did I eat today? I ate Chinese food. Thank you for asking. Bitch. So with that being said, so this altercation between the two of them happened the first weekend in August. It was the weekend of Jason and Caesar's ball in Philadelphia. They were in Atlanta. Okay, you've heard from both of them what happened. I'm not going to rehash any of that. As an individual, I had kind of talked to Lexi in the same way, not just merely about this, but as I talk to her about any and everything in regard to stuff that happens in life, about kind of paying the situation and,
Like being a bigger
because
person.
again, in my opinion, it was a situation where two people misunderstood each other and it just continued to get worse. Okay, I talked to Cherry. When I got to Atlanta, I had a face to face with Cherry and asked her, I want you and Lexi to talk face to face, this and that, whatever. Okay, so I called Lexi but Lexi wasn't supposed to get to Atlanta till Sunday. This was Saturday night that I talked to Cherry. We got to Atlanta on Sunday. Lexi got to Atlanta on Sunday. Everybody was at the main ball. No one's discussing anything like this at a ball. And there wasn't any type of tension amongst the two of them that they weren't coexisting. Okay, so I was going to be in Atlanta till Wednesday. I know Lexi was going to be down there a few days. Cherry lives there,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll get a chance. We'll cross that bridge. Okay, so Sunday we go to the aftermath. Don't know who's going to the aftermath, who's not, whatever the case is. And that. Okay, Cherry's there. Very well. Okay, Cherry's at the aftermath. Lexi's at the aftermath. I walk the ball after I come off walking. Lexi says to me, she was going to talk to Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm not on no funny shit, this and that, whatever. I know Lexi. I've known Lexi well before Balenciaga. I've known Lexi for years. When she's calm, she's just as rational as anyone. I looked at her, I could tell, okay, she's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be there. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case.
Right.
And typically my thing is very, when you have two adults, very, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes let people work their own things out.
Right.
Okay. So very, I didn't see them. I walked around, didn't see where they were. I went outside, didn't see them. At that point, the ball ended. So then I was like, very, okay, where are they? Where they at? So I was asking people this and that. I saw Lexi, and Lexi was like, "Oh yeah, Cherry got funny, this and that, whatever the case." Where she took off or whatever case, whatever she said in the moment, I can't remember exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is months ago, and I still can't believe we're even talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so very in that moment, very, we went on. The next night was it the next night? It was like either the next night or actually Tuesday night. I talked to Lexi, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about going out, me, her, and Keith, this and that, whatever. We was all gonna meet at friends in Atlanta, whatever the case. Okay. After the club, we always at Keith's house hanging out, this and that, whatever. Okay. mind you, now Lexi brings up the whole thing, and she's like, very, you know what, y'all? I'm just going.
So
She
Harold,
went in.
Alexis wants to
Yeah,
come up. Is it okay for me to bring her up?
yeah, but but let me finish saying what I'm
Okay, go
saying.
ahead.
I
No,
don't,
I
I don't
was
have no
just, that's
problem.
why I
Yeah,
asked first. I was being
yeah,
respectful.
yeah.
Okay,
I
go
mean,
ahead,
I have
finish.
no
Panel,
problem. I have
panel,
no
Okay,
problem. I have no problem with her coming up.
okay.
You know what I'm
panel.
saying? So, okay, what y'all is carrying? What would I be gagging about? This is not my situation. I knew she was here when I came in.
Right.
So,
Keep
okay.
going.
So, in having the conversation with me, Keith, Lexi, and one of Keith's friends, the conversation, Lexi started telling us about, the interaction with her and Cherry, this and that, whatever. This, and she felt very, Cherry got aggressive, blah, 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 this, whatever the case, and was like very, Keith was kind of gagging. Keith was like, okay, well, I'm going to talk to her, very whatever case, because she was trying to smooth over the situation, this and that, whatever. She kind of carried this and that, whatever. Okay, nothing was said in that moment about, well, she had weapons. Cherry was like she felt like, she didn't know why Lexi had changed her shoes or whatever the case and went into some flats, you know what I'm saying? She was going to fight, whatever case. So it was like okay, like, okay, so it was like, we were just like confused, like okay, well, what happened?
So, question
So
to you: both of them
Cherry,
was basically giving it up, or giving it like one. The other wanted to make it bigger than what it was. Like,
right.
okay,
So per what Cherry said, Cherry said, "Yo, we did not come to any type of agreement, this, that, whatever the case. But we did agree that we don't both live in the same area, whatever the case. We don't fuck with each other like that. Okay, so be it. This, and that, whatever." Per what Cherry said, they hugged and walked away.
okay.
So I don't understand. So I was completely, and Alexis will tell you, mind you, when we had that conversation, me and Lexi and Keith, and she was kind of sharing, what had happened. You know what I'm saying? She was like, okay, I'm over it. I'm over the situation. Okay, so like Milan, okay, you and Tay, you not being funny, but you and Tay were at each other at one point. If you say to me, okay, I'm letting this go, this not whatever the case. At what point am I like, no, Milan, you and Tay gotta talk, this not whatever the case? Because I felt like very as a mentor, as a leader, whatever the case, that very okay, you know what? Obviously we're at the point that very, you know, these individuals have decided, yo, we just don't rock with each other.
We just
And
can't.
that's
We're
just
not
the
gonna be
reality.
cool. We can be in the same space, but we not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's basically where I felt it was after Lexi kind of had the conversation. I didn't. First of all, I didn't know that very Cherry. I followed Cherry on here, but I don't be in Cherry's lives. Milan, when I come on here, I don't even really be in any of y'all lives like that. So I don't know what Cherry be talking about in her lives. I didn't know she was having a conversation about Lexi. So Lexi was like very, oh, y'all letting her talk about me and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, I'm driving back home to DC because I drove to Atlanta. So I'm driving back home. I didn't even know what was going on. So when that whole thing happened. So real quick, just to skip to the part now, very when this whole thing about the whole coming out, the 7 people that was invited to walk this sex siren category, Sanaya picked these people. Okay. So, Cherry was one of the people picked, this and that, whatever the case. So, when somebody from your house gets invited by somebody like Sanaya, I mean, really, honestly, Milan, you are like one of the top Vogue femmes. So it's like you picking somebody like for something, it's kind of like an honor. It's an
Yeah.
honor. So it was kind of like, oh wow. So very I haven't had a conversation with Cherry about her if she's even walking, whatever the case, this and that. This ball is all the way in February. So me, I'm a creative person. You know that. So I mentioned to one person about, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? I gotta think of some ideas very in regard to, this situation. However, I guess that conversation, got back to Alexis or whatever the case. and very she took it from there. Very, oh well, you turning your back on me and blah blah blah. That's whatever the case. It's very like, girl, what? Like life goes on. If Lexi decided that okay, she's not going to
E aí,
What the?
negão, gostou da mágica?
Baby.
Hein,
Yeah.
negão, gostou, carai?
Baby.
She.
No, baby. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Lexi, I
she.
know you don't know how to join, so just say add me again, and I'm gonna bring you up. Go ahead, Daddy B.
All right, so I mean, that was my thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as it went, like, then I understand. Like, I'm a house father. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not sitting, with situations saying, um, Lexi is live. She said, "Come here. She's about to call you. She can come on here because she's not
No,
gonna
just tell her to
she's not
come
gonna
over here,
mute me at
y'all.
all.
She
Like
this
I don't even know
she
why
just
why
tell her
she
to come
would
over
have
here, y'all. Go get her.
like why like I
I
don't
don't
get
even know
like
why
why
she
are we
went
having
live,
these.
but she didn't know how to get up here. So just tell her to come over here. All right, ACAP. Finish, Harold. We listening.
Well, I mean, like again, as I said, when it comes down to it, I don't even know like why she's like, oh, you went to somebody to have somebody help. I've never asked anyone outside of Lawrence to ever work with helping Cherry get ready. Cherry gets her own self together. So, I don't know.
So so this is my only thing. This is my only thing. I feel like when you were talking, she kept saying you were lying. She also says you was taking too long. Um, I'm a little confused. The story didn't sound um too far along from what she had already said. Like what and to be honest, again, I don't feel like just knowing you, well, since I don't know what's going on, I don't know if she calling him or what's going on, but I don't feel like, knowing him, what's Lexi? She's calling him secret peeping this, secret you peeping this. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go get Smacker too to come over here. Cause he on live. Smacker, invite her to line. She could just come over here, girl. She got 400 people in her room. Like, Tay.
I mean, because this has really just got to stop right now, y'all. It has not. It has not. Let me plug my. I'm tired of it. I'm really sick of it. Let me explain something to y'all very quick. The incident that happened with me and Cherry was 2 months ago when it first happened. Respectfully so, after it happened, we had an exchange on the fucking phone when she got cute with me, and I told her I was gonna slap the shit out of her when I seen her. I did say that. I told her this. So when we had the exchange on the phone, it was just, bitch, I'm slapping you when I see you, like a little pop. Like, girls, why was you being cute with me, girl? Was just gonna give a little pop, like a backhand boop or a pop. You just take somebody, bitch, you just go bow, Miss Thing, and then wait for their reaction. It was gonna give that. But then she took me to the medias. Y'all know I don't get on. Y'all ain't never seen me on fucking social media arguing with nobody. Y'all have never seen me having back and forth beef reading with no, out of all the years y'all have ever known me, out of all the years that Sexy Lexi has been on fucking Facebook and on Instagram, you have never witnessed me arguing with any fucking body whatsoever. You don't see people disrespecting me. So when it
I was not a problem. Like, if it's not a problem, then talk about it like it's not a problem.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
so
saying?
she
Like,
said,
it's
I mean, like I sat and I watched some of her lives. I saw her on panels, when people were speaking about Cherry and they were talking about the people that were like, on the list to walk this category. She's like, oh, she'd have been on my list too. Now all of a sudden it's like very, oh, but she can't come up here, just whatever the case. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Again, when it comes down to it, that decision is Cherry's. You know what I'm saying? But you getting mad at me because of the fact of the matter, very like as a house father, I'm like, okay, well, what ideas can a person do for their respective category? Like you, you're not mad. You're not mad at your friends that invited her.
Right. Is she friends with Sanaya?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're all from the same era, so yeah.
Well, I mean,
The dot over there saying, "Come to Malala." She a key dot.
Dot Carrier girl. He not coming. She keeps saying, everybody said come to Milan. Everybody's telling her to come to my life, so she should be over here. My thing is, Harold,
2,400
like
people
what,
over
like
here. Go
as
tell her
a
to lie.
father, as an overall father, like, do you regret, like, what is it something that you like? Do you regret maybe not staying for the conversation to kind of like mediate it and make sure it didn't go left? You know what I'm saying? But knowing both of their personalities, do you regret not? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Milan, honestly, you know, as a person, as you continue to grow as a leader, one of the things you want to do is kind of allow people to learn how to handle things on their own. You know what I'm saying? I think that things are about teaching. I think we have two people, neither one of them were drunk, high, or anything in that moment. Clearly they weren't, because they had a conversation. No fist, nobody physically assaulted the other person. Very ultimately what happened in that conversation, the two of them didn't like what the other person said. They didn't like the other person's body language. So obviously both ladies were mature enough to have this conversation that neither one of them cared for, and it not become physical, it not become anything more. Now the
Mm-hmm.
end results of that is that it's not resolved. And I think that this is the ongoing issue, is that it's not resolved. So anything that comes about kind of like reopens the wound and kind of makes people feel like, okay, one, I guess Lexi's feeling like, oh, she was played or whatever the case in the situation, when that wasn't the intent. It was never the intent of, first of all, anybody in the house of Balenciaga is not going to let somebody else just disrespect a person. We're not doing that. Okay, that's not. People are going to see things from how they want to see them through their own lens. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes at times. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see things from your own perspective. But standing back objectively, when it came down to it, again, different people tried to mediate the situation. Different people try to have conversations, not just with Lexi, because she held like a mother position, but with Cherry as well. And what I'm saying, not to be getting into anything. Then on top of it, beyond any of that, you have two individuals who have, who obviously, take a lot of time, money, and effort to in their upkeep and making themselves who they are. So, why even put that at risk?
Right, and then
Okay,
but she
listen,
is the
if you
a mother
drain,
though, so
leave.
sometimes what you say, say.
I'm just reading the knuckleheads in your comment.
Oh, but I feel like, and I don't know Cherry personally, but do you sometimes, and this is just you being transparent with us, or be, because I can't say me because it's 2,500 people over here. But do you sometimes feel like she has maybe a lack of I she might not be able to understand tenureship or respectability sometimes. I feel like she's the type of person, and this can be a good thing or a bad thing in certain instances. She's the type of person that feels like she makes her money, she takes care of herself, so she don't really need to respect or have like, I guess the only word that I can use is respect. Have any
I,
type of respect.
in my
Go ahead.
conversations with her, the only thing that she ever talks about is people respecting her and she respects them. People are we're all quick to judge. We're all quick to judge and do things. An example, like you or anyone else here can feel like very, oh well, she gets into it with people, but is it any different from Cherry getting into it with someone, than Milan getting into it with someone, than Tay, than Harold, than Lexi? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just um
So the
that's
difference
just
is, I'll give you the difference. So, and again, everybody knows I love Sherry. She has admin in my room and everything. The difference is that, for instance, yes, I think anybody should have that stance that I won't get into it with nobody if they don't get into it with me. That's for sure. I also feel like sometimes there is a level of entitlement that certain people who have, you know, worked for a certain thing for a certain amount of years, have certain accolades and just different things that comes with, your person, where there's others who haven't went to college, so they don't have a bachelor's degree. So a person that's a beginner in college can't go into a job and demand the same pay as the person who has the college degree. And I sometimes feel like certain people, not just Cherry, or just certain people, a lot of the younger generation feel like it don't matter what you did, it don't matter that degree, I want the same pay because I'm who I am. And I think that might be an issue when you have somebody who's a mother in your family, who is an icon, who is a legendary for multiple categories and iconic for one. Where if I am talking to you, I do kind of need you to kind of, have a little bit of, and I'm speaking on Lexi's behalf. I don't know, because she's not here. She's over there uh, talking about saying the same thing over and over again. But I feel like that's kind of where, certain people can get rubbed the wrong way by Cherry. And
So let me just
I
say this. Let me just say this to you,
go ahead.
Milan. As a person, Cherry's been in the house about 7 years. Um, Cherry's never had any issue with any like authority figure. No Raquel's, no Shannon's, no Ayana's, no Lawrence's, none of those individuals. So
Okay.
again, as I stated, and like her and Lexi have never had a problem prior to this incident. Again, as I stated, this was a situation that very, went the wrong way. Somebody got a call on Messenger, didn't realize who it was. By the time they called back, the other person was going off, and it went a little haywire. So I mean,
Mhm.
like, it's
Okay.
unfortunate, and you know what I'm saying. It really is unfortunate that it even got to this situation.
See, Tay, you've kind of heard, you've been hearing
Yes.
everything. What, like, and be unbiased, because I know you have a certain thing about, Cherry. But like, listening to both sides of the fence, and even hearing Harold's stance, you know,
It sounds like a misunderstanding.
it does. I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to be like I was trying to like kiss nobody ass. I didn't want to say I was kissing Cherry ass, but it really do sounds like it's not even that serious type of thing. You know what I mean?
Sounds
It's
like a
kind of like
misunderstanding.
But I
it,
just think, honestly, I do think that the situation, had there been a situation, an opportunity to really kind of, put them on the phone, very, that it would have came to an end in advance. However, again,
wait,
when
y'all
you're
keep
not
saying,
think,
oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Lord Dewante. They're saying that Lexi is saying that she pulled the knife on her. Is that true? Because that's a little different. Now they
let me
saying that
let,
she.
let me just say this.
Okay, go ahead.
I Lexi never told me nothing about nobody pulling no knife on her that night. Lexi didn't tell me nothing about nobody pulling any type of weapons on her. I didn't hear anything about weapons, knives, additional butch queens, who I still don't even know who they're talking about, that were with Cherry, or anything that put Lexi in any type of compromising situation until after that, and all of this got on Bigo. Honestly, I had a conversation with her face to face, and none of that. Mind you, again, as I said, on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, um, Lexi was like, I'm going to just pay this, this and that, whatever the case. So had there been a knife pulled on her, had she felt like Butch Queens were jumping her, were there potentially to jump her, or someone had a gun, she would have brought that up beforehand. So I'm not understanding where all this is coming from at this point.
So, for as far as you, okay, go.
No, hold on. I just want to help this person that says that I'm driving them insane. Can I kick them out? Oh, sure I can.
You have admin. I give people admin to use their admin. As long as they're not a Milan, you can kick them out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think. Listen, I think anytime people are talking about weapons, I think anytime when people start feeling threatened in any kind of way, they're gonna flex their muscles to say, "Hey, I'm not."
Not you went over there and sent her 10 fucking shields, bitch. You could have sent me 10 shields, Miss Tay.
She and my daddy agency. It's business.
Fucking
Mm-hmm.
bitch. Tay is the key. Okay, well, this is my thing. I do feel like they're even with me, bitch, I feel like if I'm getting into it with a whole bunch of people constantly, or if a whole bunch of people is kind of saying the same thing, or if I'm constantly having these run-ins, I think I would hope that
Love
my
you, Milan, but you
friends,
do. But you do. I
right?
love you.
And no, I'm
But
saying, and I will hope that my friends would.
I don't play that disrespectful shit. I don't get disrespected. Nobody say what they want to me. I am in charge of the motherfucking girls. Bitch, listen. If y'all know this about a certain person, why would y'all ever believe somebody that you ain't never got no fucking footage on of her ever doing anything to anybody? Why would y'all ever believe that to a motherfucking OG? Y'all ain't that stupid. Y'all better not be. I hope y'all not. And how for you? Let me listen. Let me turn this light on. Listen. Let me just say this one thing to you, Harold. I'm not, Harold, can you just come over here so we can talk about it? And we're going to be adults about it. It's been brought to my attention. I wasn't even supposed to say nothing, y'all. When the list came out, when Cherry name was added to the list, everybody that be on my lives, ha and kikiing with me from the very fucking beginning, I said that she should have been on the list. I say if I would have wrote the list myself, old girl deserved to be on that list. I'm gonna take it a step farther. When I said I had a problem, like the only two girls I felt as though should have been on that list was Erica Kane and Drea Garcon. I never even I said rightfully so, old girl's supposed to be on the list. Now, just because she's actually on the list, bitch, I still dare you to come. Now, let me tell you how phony Harold fat ass is. Harold been texting me ever since my mama passed, a couple times a week, which respectfully so, I love him for that. I even apologize for the things that I said about him when I initially left the house of Balenciaga because I was upset and I did, he can tell you, I apologize. We moved on. Harold, you've been texting me Harold, you just texted me 2 days ago. We've been talking. So for you to ask a leader in your house, I'm not going to say their name because I wasn't even supposed to. So when I text Harold, and I'm like, Harold, I got a question for you. It would not be wise for you to bring this lady up here. For number one, I'm going to get her on site. That's just number one. Number two, I'm going to be on the judges panel. So you plan on letting this lady walk up this runway and I'm sitting on the panel? So you basically looking for a reaction out of me? That's number two. Number three, I just lost my mom, so I'm still hurting from that and the disrespect from her. So I don't even know my capacity of how I'm going to I know I'm a doer, but I don't know how hard I'm a doer. That's number three. Number four, Harold, if you've been texting me 3 times a week, You tell me you love me, and I'm your daughter. The only reason why we ever had any kind of ill feelings, is because of this thing. You know, me and Harold, me and you never had any issues. I didn't leave the house because of the house of Balenciaga. I only left for old girl. I left there because she disrespected me. She got cute. Then she took me to Bigo. And then in the parking lot that night, when you came up to the car all drunk and shit, you was like, I heard you and Cherry got into it. What you mean? You a father of a whole motherfucking house. I'm your daughter. You sponsor me to come here. Like, we talk regular. I tell you I love you, genuinely. And you tell me you love me. Why not at that point? You didn't come to me and say, oh, Lexi, I heard you and Cheer. You like, y'all talked it out. Y'all squashed it. What you said to me was, I heard you and Cherry got into it. Are we here with each other? Do y'all understand the fucking difference? Because what he said is not, that's not how it happened. He came up to my window with a drink in his hand. He linked his fat beaver, the fucking looking like a fucking beaver. He came in my, linked his arms a moment. I said, I heard you and Cherry got into it. It was a bunch of people out there. I'm already like in confusion. Like, girl, I came to this lady to talk, and she's extra super turned up. She already shuffling in her bag. She got the Butch Queens with her. I'm not knowing, girl, is this over with? Is this squashed? Did I accomplish anything? Did I make the house of Balenciaga happy? Because I ain't spaz out? Miss Thing, Because I ain't gift, because, you know, I didn't get out there fighting. Did I make y'all happy? Am I pleased? Lexi, did you really get chumped? Lexi, do you feel like, bitch, you accomplished anything by having a conversation with this type of individual? When you pulled over, I got on fucking flip-flops, and I asked to talk to you, and you're extra turned up, and now you got an audience, so now you're really turned up, and I'm calm? Y'all know that's not even Lexi. Do y'all know that's not me? To be calm while somebody is standing in my face very aggressively. I fight niggas. I don't even deal with the girls. They can't do nothing with me. So for this person to be in my face and giving all of that, and I'm calm for the house of Balenciaga, do y'all understand what I'm saying? So when Harold, when you came to my window and you said that, at that point, you should have grabbed Cherry and you should have pulled me out the car and you should have pulled us to the side so we can have a regular grown woman conversation, because you wanted me to be a grown woman and be a mother figure for the house. At that fucking point that you heard me and Cherry got into it, you were supposed to get her and you were supposed to get me and pull us to the side, and we were supposed to hash it out the right way. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If you this father figure and I'm your daughter and this is a member of your house, and you didn't hear, oh, I'm glad y'all talked it out and y'all hugged. No, you came to me and you said, I heard y'all got into it. At that point, Harold, you should have got Cherry, you should have got me, and you should have pulled us to the side in that same parking lot and had a regular conversation with your daughters. Run me up, y'all. I'm not going to be on here talking for nothing. Come on. I need y'all to Harold, he could tiptoe over here too. We're not going to do this. We're not going to let Harold spin it and be political. Y'all seen Milan asked him one question. It took him 20 fucking minutes to get to a conclusion. I'm confused. I fell asleep. I had to come over here and start my own life. I don't even know what we talking about no more, bitches. We talking about some food? I'm hungry. I think he might have been hungry. I don't know what's happening. Oh, see, because what he kept saying, because Rari did, bitch, you stumbling over words, girl. You can't articulate no sentence, bitch, because you talking, and you been asked a regular question that you know you're lying about, so you can't come up with no legitimate answer. So now you going around pussyfooting. You don't want to, bitch, you don't really want to offend me, and you don't want to, that she's still in your house, so you really don't want to say nothing bad. No, be real. Let's be the fuck real. If that's what we doing, Harold, tell him to come up. Tell him to come over. Run me the fuck up. I'm tired of these faggots fucking playing with me. And that's just, I'm tired of these fucking faggots fucking playing with me. I'm sick of it. Y'all, let me just ask y'all this. If when I pulled Cherry aside in the parking lot when she was shuffling in her fanny pack, trying to get her gadgets and gizmos, and she said out of her own mouth on her live that we gave each other a hug, and she was like, oh, if we not fitting to fight, whatever she said, and we gave each other a hug, and she walked away. If that really was supposed to be the end, why would you immediately go home and talk about, yeah, bitch, I seen her, she ain't do shit, ho, that bitch pussy ass hoe was scared. Girl, I thought we just hugged it out. I thought we just, I came to you as a woman, you was turned up, we didn't get nowhere in the conversation, but why even, like, if we gave each other a hug.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Somebody please send it to Milan. I'm about to send it to your Instagram.
You just texted, bitch. You got my number.
No, but baby, I'm on live, baby. Hold on. Let me check your DMs, Milan. Christopher. Okay, check that. What I just sent your Instagram. And hold on, check that as well. That was forwarded to me. And if you look at it, it says forwarded, right? From Mother Platty. Today's platform. You have a great day, bitch.
Ask my 10-year-old niece to snap me some pool pics. My nephew and son.
You still don't believe it?
Wait,
Nothing but
what?
the best. Yo, yes. Hold on, let me check my Discord. I don't think they found the baby mama.
Okay, I gotta send this to his phone.
He gonna try to switch it up. You know what she good.
I'm gagging. I'm not. I'm not showing that, bitch. She gonna have to show. I can't. It's no.
But if it was somebody else to you, would have showed it, right? Oh, he
More
deleted
than
the picture.
likely.
He deleted it off his Instagram. But we got it though.
You a fucking whole pedophile, boys. You grope on people. Like, girl, you're a fucking messy fucking faggot. Just because you can articulate a motherfucking sentence and know where the punctuation marks and periods and shit go, bitch, that don't mean nothing. We see straight through you, Harold. And that's a lot of spotty to see through. Stop fucking playing with me, Harold. Don't play with me. Bring her if you want to at your own will.